All right. Hello, everyone. Morgan Heitzman here with Scott Leroy Marketing. And today we're going to be talking about our KW mobile app, specifically our KW Command mobile app here today. Our two specific apps are going to be one branded for the client, and that's going to be the white KW app. This is going to be for your clients to be able to search for properties, favorite properties, as well as know what's coming down the timeline of buying or selling a home. The red KW app is going to be the Command mobile app. And this Command mobile app is going to be for us, the agents, to be able to sign into specific features of the KW Command platform while we're on the go. Now, before I get too ahead of myself here, I do want to let you know that if you have any questions throughout today's training, please feel free to use the chat box down below. I'll be sure to stop and kind of help address any questions that we may have moving forward here. If I don't get to all the questions here, just know I'm going to stay at the end of class here today to kind of help address any of those. And by all means, if I don't see your question, please feel free to reach out to support@scottleroymarketing.com. I'm going to go ahead and throw that email in the chat box down below for you guys. And I'm also going to throw the YouTube channel in the chat box down below as well. This class is going to be recorded here today. So after the class, it's going to be processed. May take about 24 hours or so, but you should be able to find this on our YouTube page. All right, perfect. So as we're taking a look right here, I'm going to do my best to kind of navigate so you can kind of see a side-by-side view of the KW Command mobile app and the KW Command platform. So so first and foremost, we have the mobile phone up right here, right? We are going to jump into the red KW app right here. So if we go ahead and give that a click, you may sign in here. It may ask you to sign in. We're going to sign in using our KW username and password. So the same KW username and password that we would typically sign into our new beautiful KW Command login page. So for today's demonstration, I'm going to go ahead and sign in underneath Scott Leroy's sign in page here. So once we go ahead and jump into the KW Command platform, we'll be greeted with our home page here. When we sign into the mobile app here, it may kind of give us a terms of service that we have to scroll all the way down to the bottom here. We'll keep scrolling. And down at the very, very bottom here, you should have a checkbox as well as an accept button. Once we go ahead and accept the terms of services for the mobile app here, this should jump us into what we call kind of like the Command mobile homepage here. So it says an update is required, so we may need to jump into the Play Store. As we are kind of having the family reunion right around the corner here, you may see a lot of cool updates within the mobile app as well as the Command platform. So I'm going to go ahead and update this right here. Again, for those of you who are using a Android device right here, this is what the title of that app is going to say, KW Command. So we'll go ahead and open this up one more time here. We'll scroll all the way down to accept that terms of service. And then we'll go ahead and hit accept. Now, it does pop up a TCPA, just letting you know that you must comply with those business-to-business calls and texts, right? So make sure that you're not calling or reaching out to those who are on that do not call list, right? We're going to go ahead and hit OK right here. And as we kind of take a look, if this is your first time signing into the mobile app, it may give you a kind of like a pop-up instructional information right here, just so you can kind of get a little bit more familiar with your mobile app. I'm going to zoom in the KW Command platform here a little bit more so we can kind of see it a little easier. And as we kind of take a look right here, I'm going to X out of this pop-up because I'm going to be your demonstration here today. We'll go ahead and X out again. There we go. And giving a look on the left right here on the mobile app, we'll see that we have our tasks, who to contact, open opportunities, and things to know. And this is going to make up our KW Command app homepage. Now, again, keep in mind that the way that the layout looks with your mobile device versus the way that your desktop or laptop look is completely rotated, right? So your mobile app, your phone has that portrait view, and the desktop or laptop will have that landscape view. So just know, as we're starting to navigate through here, things may be adjusted or moved to kind of fit that mobile device a little bit better. As we see this right here, within our tasks, we have that tasks page within our KW Command homepage, typically on the top of our homepage here. But within our tasks in our mobile app, we have due today, due soon, and past due. So it's really a small compressed version of this task page right here. Now, who to contact. This is pretty cool because it kind of gives you a couple of different pieces of insight right here. The first one is leads never contacted. And if we scroll down on our KW Command desktop version, if we scroll down right here, we'll see our recent leads. So here we can kind of take a look, and that's where we're going to find the leads never contact, tour requests. If your clients are using your KW Command client app, right, your consumer app, they may be able to request certain tours that we can kind of go ahead and click on right here and kind of view those requests. As it kind of looks, we have zero number of client requests that come in, so we may not be able to take a look at that just yet, but just know that it is here and available for you. Next, we have our client inquiries and our recently active contacts. So this kind of makes up that at a glance contact, what's going on with my database, and digest into 4 different little squares here. Now, next we have our open opportunities. Now, this is where you'll start to see things are going to be a little bit different than our KW Command platform here. So if I were to kind of travel over to my KW Command opportunities here, I give this a click. You should see I have a listings timeline, a buyer's timeline, and a leases timeline right here. What the mobile app has done right here is they've actually combined the listing and buyers all into one timeline right here. So as you see, we'll refresh this page right here. And as you see, like, I currently have 6 listings that I'm cultivating right here and 2 buyers that I'm cultivating. 6 plus 2 equals 8. And as you see right here on the mobile app, there's 8 listings that I'm currently cultivating. So you'll see that it'll kind of combine into that one small timeline here for you. However, if we go ahead and give this a click, if I click on cultivate real quick, you should be able to kind of see which ones are listings and which ones are buyers here. So as we kind of scroll down here, we can kind of see the buyers and listings color coded, much like how we see within the timeline on the desktop version. So jumping back over here, we're gonna make our way back to our opportunities timeline right here, but just taking another look at the last little portion of our homepage here, we have our things to know, right? So which is our birthdays that are coming up, our anniversaries, and our section right here for profit share. So we actually have at a glance the ability to kind of jump in and take a look at our profit share. So as we are looking at this homepage right here, and I'm going to make my way back to the KW Command homepage as well. As we're taking a look at these homepage widgets, we can actually click on any one of these, and it should jump us into what we're kind of familiar with, which is our like contacts or opportunities or things similar to that. One thing that I would like to mention though is thinking about the way that a desktop platform performs, right, versus the way that a mobile app performs. There's a lot more robust coding and back-end tools that can be used within a website as opposed to a mobile app. So what we may see inside of the mobile app is we may not be able to create designs, right? We may not be able to create websites. So those sort of things are a little bit too robust to fit with inside of a mobile app, that we may still be able to use, like we may only be able to use those within the desktop version, okay? So think of this as an additive for us to be able to manage our contacts, manage our opportunities, and manage our tasks. So as we're taking a look right here, we have the very bottom here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different buttons, and these kind of make up your left-hand icons within the desktop version. So first we have our contacts right here. So if we were to give this a click, we'll see all of our contacts. Next, we have our tasks right here. If we were to give that a click, we'd be able to see all of our tasks. And then last but not least, you have our notification bell, which any kind of unread or read notifications should appear within this mobile app here. Now you do have this little 3 lines right here. Kind of looks like a little hamburger. We'll go ahead and give that a click. And as we kind of take a look at this right here, we have our opportunities as well as the ability to share our KW app link, which again is that client version, this one right here. So pretty cool to be able to share that app link straight from within the within the Command mobile app. You also have the ability for additional training, and what's cool about this is if we're familiar with the button to use Keller Williams University within our KW Command version, right? So again, if we were to take a look at this inside of our KW Command, if I were to give this question mark a click right here, it'll open up this left-hand icon, this left-hand bar, and it should give us a few different options, one of which is Keller Williams University. And depending on which page you're on inside of our KW Command platform, it should give you additional information. So as I'm on the home page here, it kind of gives me a catch-all. But if I were interested in anything else, right? If I were to type in add a contact, right? Oops, there we go. Add contact, that's fine. As we take a look right here, there's all these different pieces of material to help us learn how to add contacts to a smart plan, add contacts to a quarterly smart plan, and so on and so forth. We also have the ability to select a specific section within our KW Command. So if it's just the contact section, maybe I want to take a look at that. So click on contacts right here, add a lead contact in Command. So what's cool about this is this Keller Williams University side right here that I'm showing you, this is dedicated more to the desktop version of KW Command, okay? So taking a look back at the mobile version right here, if we were to click on Command Training, we'll give this a click. This should open us up to answers.kw.com and should give us a number of different articles strictly for the Command app right here. So again, you should have those instructions at your fingertips if you're ever curious or wondering what or how to navigate the mobile app right here. So pretty cool. If you're interested in customizing the opportunity pipeline, we can go ahead and give that a click, and it should give us all this additional information. So what else is pretty cool about this is taking a look here. The last time I taught this Command mobile class, right, we were taking a look and we saw that this opportunities button was coming soon. So we actually get to kind of explore this together here today once we jump into the opportunities section. So pretty cool. I'm really excited to kind of see what new features are in store for us. But before we make our way over to the opportunities section, I'm going to go ahead and just make my way back to this home page, and I'm going to start clicking on all of the top to bottom buttons right here, so you can kind of see where we're navigating to. Again, keep in mind we only have a few different sections, the task or the contacts, that we can really truly navigate to, in addition to those opportunities. So taking a look right here, if I were to click on due today, you'll see that I currently have no tasks that are due today. But again, let's open up our side-by-side here. If I were to navigate to the KW Command platform, go ahead and click on my tasks and create a task for today, it should update my mobile device in real time. So let's go ahead and create a new task here. And I'm just going to write today's date task. And then again, just going to make sure that it is, again, today's date right here. I'm going to hit apply and create. So again, a very simple task that's due today. Now, as I can kind of take a look right here, what you see on the on the right hand side right here is past due, due today, due next 7 days. And again, that truly kind of reflects what we see within our mobile app. So this is really what that identifier is between the two. Now, as you see, once I created that on the mobile app, on the desktop here, it updated in real time on the mobile app. So I didn't even have a chance to go back, find it right here and show you before it updated right here. But pretty cool, giving my mobile app a click right here and then swiping down to refresh, it should show that task that we just created within the command platform. And additionally, we can kind of do the reverse as well. So I'm just going to write mobile task right here. And then once I hit done, we will hit save on the top right hand corner right here. And then again, you'll see that mobile task, and then we'll just refresh our KW command platform right here. I'm going to navigate over to the due today, that orange button right here. And you should see both of those populate right here. So again, they're very, very good at communicating between the two. So just know that if you are sitting down at your desk and you need to crank out a few tasks, so when you go on vacation or when you start traveling down to family reunion, you'll be able to kind of view those on your command mobile app. So again, really amazing piece of technology to kind of update that for you. Now, as we take a look right here, you know, again, we can filter based off of a number of different tasks, right? So again, keeping in mind with the past due, due the next 7 days, due later, you'll find that within that filter up on the top right here. We give that a click. You'll see our task status, to do, completed, or archived. And then when we drop this down again, whoops, you'll see our due date right here. So again, you'll see that reflect within our filters section. You'll also be able to view the different priority levels right here. So high priority level, medium, and low, as well as none. And then linked to right here. So if any tasks are linked to specific contacts, I can go ahead and filter by that as well. So again, this is a great way to be able to kind of keep up to date with a task that is linked to either an opportunity or a transaction, right? Or to engaging with your database. And then we'll have our created by. So again, if you belong to a team, you'll be able to kind of see yourself or maybe team members, right? You'll also see tasks that are created by smart plans and opportunities, right? So was this task created by me, much like how we just created 2 tasks right here? Or was this an auto-generated one by one of these other 2 activities here? So giving this a click here, I'm going to X out on the top left. And as you see right here, we have all tasks, call tasks, and text tasks. So again, if we have a call task where say you set your contacts up on a quarterly call plan, those tasks should start to filter in and appear right here, and you should be able to call those clients as needed. Same thing with that text task, right? So you'll have those available as well. Now, again, pretty self-explanatory to create these tasks right here. Again, we can add or remove if we need to delete any tasks, like say one of these tasks right here. We can click on the 3 dots on the right hand side. I can click complete, edit, reschedule, or archive. I'm going to go ahead and choose archive for this demonstration right here. And then it'll ask me if I'm sure. Now, once I delete that right here, again, all I need to do is refresh my KW command platform and it should reflect accordingly. Perfect. Oops. Here, let's actually click on this right here. There we go. So as you see, it kind of reflected the same changes. Now, moving our way back here, who to contact right here. So giving this a click, all of this section right here is going to actually filter in through the contact section. And I kind of want to take a look at that contact section directly down below on this bottom icon here, because it kind of starts off with a little bit more expanded for us. So let's go ahead and give this a click right here. And on the KW command platform, I'm going to go ahead and click on the red KW square and make my way to contacts here. Now, taking a look right here, I do have a smart view on, but again, I can very easily filter my smart views on my mobile app as well. But for today's demonstration, I'm going to go ahead and remove the smart view. I'm going to view all contacts right here. And as you see, these should reflect accordingly for us. So again, we have all of these, we have all these pieces of information right here. And depending on which contacts you select, so I have Scott Leroy right here, I have Scott Leroy right here, you have your phone number, text message, and email. And this will only really reflect depending on what type of information you have on that individual contact. So you see we have quite a bit of Scott Leroy's right here. So as you see, some of these demonstrations don't have a phone number, which in turn grade out the phone number, the phone call and text option for that contact. However, this Scott Leroy does have an email that we've entered in, so we are able to email that individual. So that's why you always hear me say that the more information you have on that contact, the more tools and resources will unlock for you as time goes on and as you are building those communications. So taking a look right here, if I were to click on, let's see right here, I'm going to use the search bar right here to search my own self. As you see right here, I have Morgan, and I have a few different Morgan pieces of information right here. I'm actually going to use the fake contact for demonstration purposes because it has the phone number, text, and email option. So since this is downloaded on your mobile device, right, it's going to pull up any type of communications that you have from your phone that you want to use to communicate with these clients. So if I were to type phone right here, or if I were to click on this button, it'll pop up all the different apps that I have that I can call out from. I'm going to click off right here. Once you're done making that phone call, it actually gives you a cool little pop-up right here asking if you want to create or add an activity to this contact's timeline. So again, really cool here. We'll jump into fake contact right here. Basically what they're asking is, do you want to add this activity of that phone call or that engagement that you've just had with that client? So really cool to be able to see that appear on the mobile app as well. So it's kind of a one-stop shop for adding your notes right here. If I were to add an activity, say I want to add an activity and we had a great phone conversation, I can go ahead and I can select which type of interaction this was. Was this a phone call? Was this an email? Was this a text? Was this just a mail? Or do we actually sit down and have a meeting? Since we actually chose the phone call section right here, I'll leave it on call. And as we have our second section right here, it's going to be our date. So when was it? It auto pulled today's date for us. So again, there's that smart functionality for you. And then you have your interaction outcome. Did this person not answer the phone, right? Did you leave a voicemail? Did you guys talk about something engaging? So right here, I can say, I'll just say no answer. I'll say no answer, wrong number right here. So as I have this entered in, I can go ahead and click save on the top right-hand corner here. I'm going to navigate back to my KW command platform. I'm going to hit refresh. And you should see that interaction type show up on that timeline. So again, straight from your mobile device, you can be entering in timeline information on your contacts. So taking a look right here, we have our email as well. So same kind of concept. If I were to click on email right here, this will give us the additional options depending on what we have to send an email out. Now, one thing that I didn't mention right here, which is a really cool feature, is you'll actually be able to send text messages out through your Twilio number if you have Twilio connected. So as we're seeing right here, I don't quite have Twilio connected, so I'm not able to send a text message. But if I were to send a text message over, it should pop up and ask me if I want to use Twilio or my mobile device. So again, for those of you who are wondering, how do I text back via Twilio from my mobile device? This would be it right here from the Command Mobile platform. And then again, of course, on your original desktop platform, you can click on the phone number option right here. You can click call or send text with Twilio, and then it'll ask you if you want to call from your phone right here. So it should send that over to my mobile device. So so again, pretty cool options here, but we can actually take it one step further here by actually clicking on fake contact. So inside of my Command mobile app right here, if I click on the fake contact name, it'll open me up to all the information, much like we see on our profile here. Now, again, remember when I said that your mobile device is more of that portrait view, and then your desktop is more of that landscape view. This will really kind of come into play as we're taking a look at this contact side right here. So taking a look at this contact, this is that fake contact. You can see the title on the top here, much like how you see right here on the Command platform. But how they separated it is the first page is going to be the left-hand side of your contact profile. So it's going to be all the information that we have entered about this contact right here. So you'll find that right here. Now, to get to our timeline here and all of our additional information on the right-hand side, it'll actually be up in the form of tabs right here. So we have our details, our timeline, opportunities, smart plans, and notes. So taking a look up right here, I can mark this individual as a lead. Once I mark it as a lead, again, I can come over here, refresh my page, and it should have that beautiful blue lead button right here for us to be able to indicate that this contact is indeed a lead. Now, scrolling down right here, you do have the ability to add contacts from your mobile device and have them show up on your Command platform as well as make tags for your contacts. So again, if I needed to add any additional tags or remove tags, I can just click on this add/remove tag button right here, and you'll see that it has all of these different tags that I currently have within my Command platform. Scrolling down, if I need to make any edits on these contacts via my mobile device, what I can do is I can click on these three dots on the top right hand corner here. Think of this as making up that pencil, that edit pencil. And once we give this a click right here, you should see edit, save contacts to phone, or again, share your KW app link with this individual. So pretty cool. Oh, you also have the archive, of course. If I were to click on edit right here, it'll pop you into all this information that we can go ahead and edit this contact with. Now, I'm going to actually go ahead and create a brand new contact. So I'm going to back out of fake contact right here. I'm going to create a brand new contact, and I can do so by, again, navigating to the contact button at the very bottom and then choosing this blue plus button right here. Every place that we navigate also, by the way, this blue plus button is going to give you different sort of options. So if I were in the tasks section right here and I were to click on the blue plus button, this will give me options based off of tasks, right? If I were in the contacts side right here, if I were inside of my contacts and then click on the blue plus button, this will give me contact editable options. So just know wherever that blue plus button is, it's reflecting that a specific page that you're on. Now, taking a look right here, I'm going to go ahead, click on that blue plus button right here. I'm going to go ahead and add a brand new contact. And again, what's cool about this is it gives you that same sort of feel. So I'm going to click on that blue plus button. Oops, actually, I'm going to back out to my contacts here and I'm going to click on add contact. And you should see that same sort of information. So you should see that a contact name right here. You should see whoever the owner is, primary phone number and primary email. You'll see these right here. As we scroll down right here, you'll have that address information, and they may not quite be in order, right? So again, as you see right here, we have our lead type and our tags, but right here we have our primary information first. But if you don't see a piece of information that you really need, right? Like as you see right here, the second option is going to be add a relationship. You should still have that within your mobile app, but if we just scroll down a little bit further, they should be within these additional sections right here. So at the very bottom, you'll see that relationship option with those same options for us to be able to select. So right here, it's selecting a contact. Right here, selecting that spouse or a different type of relationship. So going through here again, I'm just going to write mobile contact and then today's date. And I'm just going to hit save right here. And as you see right here, I've made that mobile contact 217. If I were, again, to go back to my command platform, and I were to type in mobile, because I have quite a bit of contacts here. You'll see that mobile contact 217. I didn't mark it as a lead, but I obviously can right here. Again, mark it as a lead, hit refresh, and then you have that there for you. There you go. Now, moving forward here, I do kind of want to jump into these timeline and opportunities and stuff. But I'd like to kind of go back to that fake contact because we had quite a bit of a timeline activity on there. So I'm going to go ahead and cross-reference fake contact. We'll jump into here again. And jumping into our mobile app of fake contact right here, we're going to click on the timeline option. And as you see, we entered the phone call activity from the mobile app. It shot over to the command platform. Hopefully all this should line up as well from everything that we're seeing within the desktop version. So I'm going to click on timeline right here. And as you see, you saw today's date, call, and no answer, wrong number. So again, that same bit of information. So again, if you're not seeing the rest of this stuff right here, just note that that I do currently have this auto-populating as last 7 days. So again, if you're wondering where the rest of your information is, you may want to adjust this section on the top right-hand corner here, and let's say all. So now it should show all the timeline information that we currently have on this contact. Again, feel free to add as many timeline activities as you want. So as we're on the timeline page right here and we see that blue plus button, it should give us that same sort of information where we give that a click, the interaction type, call. There we go. Call, meeting, phone, note. Again, very much like how we just took a look at previously. Now our opportunities right here. So this is going to be something that we're going to actually kind of explore together. So previously, before the update started taking place just about a week or two ago, right? We actually had kind of like limited insight into our opportunities. We could like create an opportunity, but we couldn't really follow that opportunity to close. We'd actually just have to do that on the desktop version. So we're going to explore this here together. We'll click on opportunities page. And it says it looks like this individual does not have any opportunities yet. So again, much like how we have our opportunities right here on the contact profile, we don't have any opportunities just yet, but we can go ahead and create an opportunity now. So I'll give this a click. It'll ask me which opportunity type, much like how we, much like how when we create an opportunity on a contact, it'll show us that same sort of information. Now, again, keep in mind how we saw that that relationship when we created a contact, how that was at the bottom. You may also see that within the Market Center as well. So we're typically used to selecting the Market Center first, but within our mobile app right here, our Market Center may be towards the bottom here. So it's going to be at the very bottom. So again, starting off with the opportunity type, is this a listing or a buyer? So on my mobile app, I think I'm going to choose a buyer here. So I'm going to click on buyer. It'll pre-populate that contact information because we are on that profile. If we were to go to like the opportunities page, we'd have to find that contact. On the KW Command platform, I'm actually going to select Little Rock right here, and I'm actually going to select a listing on this side right here. So now we can actually create a listing and a buyer side by side for fake contact here. And scrolling down here, anything that you see with those red asterisks are going to be a required field. One thing to keep in mind as we're taking a look here, when we create opportunities, I believe your principal reviewing broker will like these to be updated to the property address. So from the mobile device, as we are creating a buyer, we don't quite know that listing property that buyer is going to buy just yet. But for the listing over here, we may actually know that listing information. So we may actually type in that 123 Main Street right here. There we go. And then last but not least, we have our commission rate and our opportunity phase and stage. We'll see those as well on the mobile app right here. So which phase? We're going to be in the cultivate section at the very start of our timeline here. Same thing within our listing as well. So we're going to choose the cultivate section at the very beginning. And then we'll choose our commission percentage. As we scroll all the way down in the mobile app right here, your commission percentage is going to be towards the bottom here. So we'll go ahead and add that commission percentage. And then once you're done with all of this information, it looks like we forgot to add a Market Center here. So we'll go ahead and add Little Rock again. Once we're satisfied with all the information on here, we can hit save on the top right-hand corner of our mobile app. So we'll hit save right here. And it should save that opportunity. We're going to hit save right here on the listing on the command desktop. And as you see right here, I didn't even have to refresh the page. It automatically pulled that in for us. Now we have 2 opportunities for this fake contact right here. And at any point in time, when you're in your desktop, you can go over here, you can jump into these opportunities, and you can start working these transactions. Now, taking a look again right here, everything looks pretty great for this opportunity. We only have a limited options when it comes to the mobile app though. So we're inside of the buyer opportunity. So as you see right here, we only have our details and our tasks right here. So scrolling down, we have the primary information, but it doesn't look like we have the ability to carry that through to close, to jump into our DocuSign, for example, to submit documents to our Market Center for review, for example, those types of activities. But we do have tasks. If you have any additional tasks that you want to attach to a opportunity, we can go ahead and click on this right here. We can click on this plus button, but also take a look at this right here. It's kind of cool because it shows us all the different tasks that are within each individual phases and stages right here. So pretty cool to be able to see that and add additional context to this if you need to. For now, I'm not going to. I'm just going to kind of leave this the way that it is. And as we kind of navigate backwards out of here, you'll also have your smart plans. So again, with this contact right here, clicking on smart plans, and again, we'll navigate our way to, let's see right here. We'll navigate to our smart plans for fake contact right here. We have the ability to add your individuals to smart plans. However, you won't have the ability to edit a smart plan or create a smart plan. at least just yet. So taking a look right here, it looks like there's one smart plan currently active. We can view that on the app and the desktop. But again, if we want to add any other smart plans or unsubscribe, the unsubscribe button is going to be right here. And then the add more smart plans are going to be that magical plus button again. So we'll click on that plus button and it'll show you all of the different smart plans that you currently have available. So if I want to add this test smart plan, for example, we can click on it. It'll show us those different activities. So that's a really cool feature there in case we kind of forgot what entails. And it also gives us the ability to stagger that out as well, right? So do you want to set them up on today's date or do you want to set this up at a later date? One last thing to kind of take a look at within the smart plans is you have an option to preview this email right here. So if I were to give this a click, since this is a simple email right here, it gives me the context of what this email is going to be sent out for this individual. And I know it's a little blurry for you guys. I apologize for that, but just know that once you create these simple these simple emails within your smart plans, you should be able to kind of type out anything that you want within your KW Command platform here. So scrolling down right here, we also have that I've read the TCPA disclaimer, that thing that popped up right at the very beginning of our sign in here, just knowing that we are keeping in compliance with the marketing that we're sending out to specific individuals. So as we're taking a look right here, I'm going to back out of these smart plans. And as we back out right here, I'm going to back out again, we have our notes and our tasks. So clicking on notes right here, and then making our way over to the notes on the right-hand side. Again, you'll have the ability to kind of add any of those additional notes that you'd like. We also have the ability to delete notes as well. So if I delete this note or edit this note, it again should reflect that on our desktop version. We'll come back over here, we refresh, we'll click on notes again, and then our note is gone. And then last but not least, we have our tasks right here. So any kind of tasks that pertain to this individual right here, you should be able to find them, again, the same. One thing that you may not view within the mobile app is going to be the save searches right here. It doesn't look like we quite have the save search function up at the very top. So that tool may need to still be done within the command desktop. So making my way back right here, I'm actually going to back out again, and I'm going to actually click on the tasks right down here below. And as we kind of take a look, we kind of really identified a number of different tasks already, right? We identified tasks to complete. We've identified tasks that we can create ourselves. We've identified contact tasks, right? As well as opportunity tasks. So again, whichever you're looking for in the tasks, you should be able to find them here. I'm going to X out of my two filters that I currently have going on. And as you see right here, again, depending on what kind of tasks that you have, they should appear, as well as give you those past due, not due yet, so on and so forth. So you should be able to kind of scroll through here. Use this as a checklist. All right, as we are taking a look right here, I'm going to move back over to the sandwich bar right here. And I'm going to click on this opportunities tab just to kind of take a look and see if anything has kind of changed since the last time we jumped in here. So clicking on opportunities. So yeah, so it looks like it's just kind of showing those timeline that we currently explored. So it looks like we still may need to wait a little bit more, but it does give us an option to expand cards right here. So if we give this a click, okay, so it just kind of shows us the different opportunity cards, much like we're used to within the opportunities themselves. So again, if I were to go back into our desktop version, they'll be very much kind of like these right here. Unfortunately, I have not seen an option yet to move these. So taking a look right here, let's see if we can click on edit. And we may be able to kind of edit and move them through the pipeline this way. So maybe I can move them from cultivate to appointment right here. and then I can start to move them this way. So you do kind of have a way of moving your opportunities through the pipeline. It's just going to be a little bit different than what we're used to, the clicking and dragging. So, but again, pretty cool to be able to have that ability as well. So let's refresh this right here. I think I moved it over to active. Or is it a, let's see here. Yeah, but you should be able to move these over if you need to. But just also keep in mind that that when we saw this a few weeks ago, it had it coming soon, right? Maybe that's maybe keep in mind that the opportunities section within our command mobile app may still be under construction, may still have some unique features coming down the pipeline. So just kind of be aware that they may still unroll some more stuff with that. One thing that I kind of forgot to mention, right, that I think is very important as well, is if you are a solo agent. This is pretty much what I showed you right here from this mobile app, right? If you are working with a team and you're wondering, how do I utilize this mobile app for my team? What you can do right here is once you sign into the mobile app, you can actually click on your name on the top left-hand corner right here, and it should bring down this, much like how we see within our mobile, with our desktop version, the same kind of similar settings right here. So one of which is going to be switching from your personal over to your team. So if you're signing in, you're only seeing your personal opportunities and you're not seeing team opportunities. It may be that you need to switch over to your team right here. And once we do, those may reflect accordingly for you. So I think that may be about it when it comes to the Command mobile app. Again, explore today as well as next week, right? There may be some new stuff coming down the pipeline. I know if you guys were exploring the KW Command platform, we have like new features kind of unrolling right here. Again, oops, here, let me switch back to my, there we go. We have new features unrolling within our KW Command platform, and this is all geared up to ahead of that family reunion. So again, take a look, explore. There's a lot of cool things. One thing that I saw again with our notifications, if we give that a click, kind of gives us a nice pop-up sidebar right here. And then one thing that I kind of also noticed within the past couple days is you also have a profit share section right here as well. So again, you have the ability to kind of take a look at your profit share at a glance as we're kind of jumping into the KW Command platform. With that being said, please keep in mind, with a lot of updates taking effect with technology, sometimes things may bug out, right? So just keep in mind that that if you are experiencing some issues, just reach out to us. We'll be sure to kind of at least help provide a little bit more information if this may be due to the updates with family reunion, or if this is something that we may be able to kind of navigate together. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the email down below in the chat box for you guys. I'm also going to leave that YouTube link down below for you. And if you guys had any questions through today's training, I'll be sure to stay on for a few extra minutes to address those. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, wonderful weekend. And for those of you who are watching this video, thank you so much for taking the time, and please reach out if there's anything we can do to help.